everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today we're going to be talking about the Ark of the Covenant. I've been seeing that people mentioning it on Telegram for a while now, but it looks like people are talking about it a little bit more lately. And I wanted to do a reading about it. And I don't think I've ever have, to be honest. So I am intrigued. I am excited. I hope you guys are as well. Now, for those interested, I am going to be using today the Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. I bought it, humor. I was around when Miss Cleo was a hit. And, but surprisingly enough, this is a very good deck. And you're welcome to, read their reviews. I'm not getting paid for this, but I do. I use this deck to do a deep dive on the pyramids, and you're welcome to check it. It should be in my library on YouTube, and especially Rumble. Rumble so far have all my inventory. Look at me, I sound like I'm selling a product. It has all my catalogs. I think that would be a better word. Because YouTube have removed at least 2 of my videos that relates to Mr. T, but everything else is on Rumble. So guys, if you are watching this on BitChute or YouTube, if you want to see the rest of my catalog, it's on Rumble. Rumble has everything. Good Lord. I guess that's the good thing about diversification, right? So anywho, let's go on with the Ark of the Covenant. So I know a lot of people have made documentaries about it, have talked about it. A lot of people believe that it is some type of a powerful weapon. I think it could be that too. And some other people mentioned that it is some kind of like a conduit to harness electricity, to harness energy. Now, I think the Bible has mentioned that people who are not pure or right of mind or right of the correct spiritual energy, these people get hurt. So a lot of people believe that radiation somehow. So anywho, there's a lot of theories and facts as well. I haven't really done research on the Ark of Covenant, so I'm curious. This is a brand new topic for me. Don't know a lot about it. I know that it exists. I know that there's a lot of information about it out there. So I'm curious to see what the cards have to say. So, question we need to establish a baseline is, what is the Ark of the Covenant? What is the Ark of the Covenant? And for those interested, I'm going to be using the Kachina spread. A lot of tarot reader that does, this my type of reading, they have been using it. Like not Liz Tarot. Janine Marijo have been using. That's where I learned the spread from her. And Laura's used in tarot too. She used that spread as well. And her channel is pretty cool, by the way. And what is the Ark of the Covenant? Okay, what is the Ark of the Covenant? Ace of Cups. First card. 6 of Swords. Situation. 8 of Coins. Background. 2 of Coins. present. 4 of coins. Potential outcome. Knight of Cups. Clarification. Ten of Staff. Clarification. So staff is 1. So we ask, what is the covenant? So that ace telling me that maybe all can be true at once. That it could be a weapon. It could be a source of energy. And I think we know this with the guy that created the atomic bomb. He created as an alternative source of energy, and it was turned into a weapon. So yeah, so that Ace of Cups, I think, is agreeing with all the above, that it could be a weapon. It could be a way of creating energy, alternative, a way of a conduit of sort. So 6 of Swords. We ask, what is it? Ace of Cups is new beginning, awareness. Water travels. Interesting that the card uses water, because electricity with water, it's a deadly combo, yes, but it allows it to travel faster. So it is a big source of energy with that Ace of Cups. New beginning, new possibility. And that 6 of Wands, also water, travels. It's a traveling card. So you could be targeted of sort. What is the covenant? The Ark of Covenant. So it could be a weapon, it could be a conduit, it could be a source of energy, it could be, and it could be moved. Well, we know that it could be moved, but it looks like it could be used and directed in a particular direction. Because this card is usually moving from troubled waters. Usually it's a beautiful card, moving away from a bad situation to go into the new. But in this sense, we're asking the card what it is. And then the 6 of Swords is I think, because boats needs a navigator to direct it in one particular direction, right? And it's interesting that is the sword that comes out, because the sword can be harsh. So it is a directed energy. You can target. It can go with somebody's steering, right? It can damage or be targeted. It could be used, somebody can man that ship, basically, and target a particular area. That is interesting. 8 of Coins. So 8 of Coins. So we ask, what is it? So it looks like it's something that has been created with a lot of care and attention. But I wonder, the first thing that pops into my mind when I saw it, 8 of Coins, could it be that there are 8 of them out there in the world? Oh, good Lord. That is just too much. Because I think there was instruction in the Bible how to create it, how to make those covenant. And to have 8 of them, that's, wow, a different version of them. So it looks like there's still 8 versions of them exist in the world. with that pentacle. That's what that's telling me. What are those? Uh, huh. Interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. So they were created um, with attention and care, and it is about 8 of them that exist in the world. And the card is not, my mind is at a blank. I'm not getting anything else. The cards doesn't want to elaborate any further, so we're gonna leave it at that for now, and maybe more inspiration will come. 2 of coins, 2 of pentacle. So usually 2 of pentacle is a juggling card. This is the present. It's a juggling card, and so I wonder, does it mean that only 2 of them exist now in the present time? Interesting. There's 2 of them that exist, and juggling. 2 of them. So I wonder, if it's one faction that has those 2 remaining Ark of Covenant, and the outcome is the 4 of coins. The 4 of coins is holding to power, being conservative, being stingy. But in this sense, it's as if to say, whoever has those remaining 2 are really holding on to them, or really like keeping it to themselves. They're not sharing, they're not talking, but it exists. It looks like a group of people is holding on, right? So Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is movement. So clarification is the Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups is movement, and usually the Knight of Cups for me is basically a group of people who are zealots. They're holding it. It's a group of people who, what motivates them, is their emotion. So they tend to be a shadow group of people, very zealot in their pursuit. So maybe it's the bad guy that's holding on to it. And then it's like they're like the soldier for the cabal, possibly. And the 10 of staff. So they're holding on to it, but not for long, because I'm guessing either the fight is gonna be over soon, or that group is no longer gonna stay, because tall 10 of staff is ending for them. That is such an interesting, wow. So such an interesting read, that the Ark of Covenant is like all the above: a conduit, a weapon of sort, and it could be targeted. Somebody can man the ship, somebody can control that device and use it and steer it in a particular direction. And it looks like whoever created it originally created 8 of them. There were 8 of them in the world at one point in time. So because this is the past card. But right now, it appears that there's only 2 in the present time. There's probably 2, or maybe have access to 2, that exists in the world by a group. And it looks like that group is holding on to it. So this is like the potential outcome. And the group that's holding on to it tend to be a militant group, because Knight of Cups, I usually get it for the zealots, people who are very, they can be shallow too. I mean, emotion, what drives them is their emotion. No logic whatsoever. Emotion is what drives them. And that's the clarification. And then the 10 of staff is ending. So I mean that group of people, there's not a lot left of them left because they don't have the energy to pursue any further, because 10 of staff, 10 is ending, staff is motivation, passion. They're running out of motivation, they're running out of passion, because remember, these people, what motivates them is emotion. So if you're running out of energy, you're gonna be running out of your pursuit. So that's interesting. So now that we know what it is, a silly question, why was it created? So maybe the cards we want to give us some more insight on this. Why was the Ark of Covenant? Why was the Ark of Covenant created? Oops. Why was the Ark of Covenant created? If you hear noise in the background, I'm sorry, guys. I'm recording this on a Sunday, and the kids are with me, and they can be a little loud. They're in the next room. Why were the Ark of Covenant created? First card is for staff. Second card is Nine of Staff. It's interesting because, it's energy, and then the staff is showing up. Eight of Staff in the background, recent past. King of Coins, present. The Emperor, outcome. Six of Coins, clarification. Two of Swords, clarification. So we asked, why was the Ark of Covenant created? So the Four of Staff, right? The Four of Staff is the first card that show up. So the Four of Wands is basically a celebration card of coming together, unity, of so I wonder if this was this done as a collaboration between different tribes? Was this a representation, a symbol of their union, of their collaboration? I wonder, right? But a group of people decided that it was a good thing to do. So was it a source of energy at one point? I wonder. That's pretty interesting thought. Why was it created? So it was created as a way to bring people together. Celebration. Okay. However, the situation is the Nine of Staff. So the Nine of Staff is basically, in the Rider-Waite, is a person standing with bandage on. It's as if they're still holding the line, still being vigilant, still being strong, as if, the hill that I'm dying on to the bitter end type of feel, or holding the line type of feel. That holding the line, I think, is more apropos for the Nine of Staff. So a person who has gotten some gotten beaten up, got their wind knocked off their sails before, but they're still persevering, they're still determined, they're still for the cause, so to speak, and still holding strong. So we asked, why was it created? So it was created as a means of celebration, but the situation is saying a different story, though. I guess it was created as a means of celebration, of coming together, of unity, of unification, but the situation shows that maybe he created division. Maybe there were like different tribes fighting over it. And because of that, a group had to stay vigilant to keep it at bay or to protect it or something of that sort. And I think the Bible did mention of that group that stole it, uh, uh, and uh, that really wanted it, coveted that Ark of Covenant. Ha ha ha. Uh, and uh, I think things did not go too well for them because I think they brought it back. If I remember, I mean, comment below, guys, because it's been a while since I read that part of the Bible. So recent past, eight of staff. So eight of staff. So we asked why was it created? So it was created as a meat trap. So eight of staff is usually a traveling card. Have the energy to travel. So maybe it was a way of uh, uh, sharing energy, making sure that the energy could travel to different location. So again, conduit coming to mind. So as a way to harness energy from nature and to disperse it to make sure that it goes to different direction. So, that's pretty interesting. King of Coins present. So King of Coins is usually somebody who's very resourceful in the material world, who's able to manifest wealth, somebody who's very successful. Coins have to do with tangible. They know how to be successful. They know how to maintain success, keep success. And usually when I get this card, it's usually the bad guy because they have generation and generation of staying on top, of ability and knowledge of keeping certain information from the public, and that's how they're able to maintain control financially and all that the above. So when I see that King of Coins, that tells me that, a particular group, powerful group, had their hand on it recently. And why was it created? So it looks like it was created as a means of celebration, but it caused some division or maybe some conflict because a particular group had their backs against the wall, trying to protect it, trying to keep it. But in the past, it looks like it was created as a way to move energy around, to move so that it could be dispersed on an even basis. So, source of power, right? So a powerful group had their hand on it. This is a recent card. So this is, when you see this card in the middle, it's recent, present. So a powerful group had them in their control. And potential outcome, it looks like the Emperor. So the Emperor for me is the good guy. So the Emperor is Aries. So Aries is basically law and order, out of chaos, trying to make sense of the world, of a society. So for me, the Alliance represent the Emperor, the good guys. So in the future, they will potential outcome, they will get a hold of it, that Ark of Covenant, or both of them, whatever that's remaining. And eventually, with that clarification, Six of Coins. So Six of Coins is a card of sharing, is a card of providing, it's a card of things working itself out. Six of Coins, you see this person giving money to a person that seems less fortunate. So it appears to say that information about it is going to come out, in due time when we're ready, or some kind of stuff like that. I think information should be coming out right now. But the information is going to come out, preferably from the good guys, about what the covenant is. Two of Swords, but not right now, because maybe there's too much going on, and maybe they probably feel like people are not ready to hear. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Why is the Ark of Covenant being talked about now? Because I feel like every time that we see something in the news, or every time that there's a topic that's coming to light, there's a reason for that. It's kind of like a prelude or preparing people for something else or about something. So why is the Ark of Covenant being talked about right now? Why is that topic is out there on the internet being talked about? You know, and I know it's not because of the Indiana Jones story. So why a movie that flopped? So why is the Ark of Covenant being talked about? Okay. Why is the Ark of Covenant being talked right now? So the first card is Four of Staff. Oh, good Lord. Now we got to pay attention. Nine of Staff. I already... King of Coins. I'm sure you guys have seen that I have thoroughly shuffled these cards. Present. Queen of Cups. Eight of Coins as potential outcome. Judgment. Clarification. And Knight of Cups as clarification. So we ask, why is it being talked about? Why is the Ark of Covenant being talked about right now? And the first card again that we see is the Four of Staff. Again, so they really want us to unify, to come together. Four of Wands is celebration, coming together, unification, and to let us know that we're close, because it's a breakthrough card. Now in the Rider-Waite, you know, it shows that there are you have to make a couple of steps before you can enter that reunion hall or that celebration. So we're close to a celebration time, we're close to the end, but we still have a few steps that needs to be taken in order to get to that celebration, that happy phase. And to say, you know, the Nine of Staff, to say to hold the line, to stay true to your energy, to your principle, to the fight. Do not be discouraged. A lot of people are beaten down, tired about this whole narrative. But the reason why it's being talked about right now is that so we can know that we're close to the end, and that to hold the line. Now, in the past, King of Coins. So again, like I said earlier, King of Coins tend to be, to me, bad guys. Not all the time, but for this particular reading, people who has a capability of manifesting wealth and staying on to power for over a long period of time, and not showing people how to share it, or they're not sharing their knowledge, right? So for a very long time, it looks like a particular group had access to the Ark of Covenant, has holding on to the covenant. Now, Queen of Cups in the present tells me that there is a shift in consciousness, water, emotion. Every time you see cups, it's water, emotion. There's an awareness going on, and that's interesting. That this looks like a raven of sort. Raven are usually birds that are able to cross different dimension, or they're able to cross back and forth from the spiritual realm. And there's an emotional awareness about this card. The Queen it's not the page, it's not the knight, it is the Queen. So there is a, even on a subconscious level, maybe it's not voiced as of yet, but a lot of people are being emotionally aware, have a second sense. They intuitions being very developed, You know, this person can be very psychic, very intuitive, very aware on emotional level, a person that can read the room, so to speak. So basically, it appears that right now everybody is heightened, aware. We're shifting consciousness, right? And because of this, so why was it created? It was created as a means to let people know that there's cause to rejoice, that we're close, to hold on, hold the line. Yes, a group of people have held on to the Ark of Covenant for a long time, but because of the shift of consciousness, because of the awareness, because we're shifting time. Eight of coins. Eight of coins. So I wonder if it's to say that another, they're creating or they're making another eight covenant, because this card is a person's working on their craft, working on making something better. Because we ask, why is it being talked about now? It's as if to say that maybe uh, they want this awareness of, you know, if you're aware of that Ark of Covenant, of what it can do, maybe we can create some more, right? And this could be sound the trumpet as to give us an alternative on different source of energy, that we don't need to eat crickets, that we don't need the solar panel, that we don't need the, you know, all those things that hurt the environment, because that battery that operates the solar panel is very toxic. The wind mine, the wind turbine, whatever you want to call, they kill birds. You know, the blade, when it falls, it can create a lot of destruction to people, to the planet, to the earth itself. I mean, again, all those alternatives are not good alternatives. So it's as if they want people to sound the trumpet, to voice, and to be aware that maybe there is another source of alternative here. If it's used right, it could be used right. So I think all of this is being done as a counter narrative to that climate change movement is coming out with. They want us to force us, you know, to live with using candlelight, where there is ancient technology that can solve a problem. So they want people to be aware that maybe we can create some more of that type of technology, and put it out there, create awareness to it, and 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 spread the word, spread the message, so to speak. Because night is about traveling, it's about moving, it's about spreading that awareness. Maybe this is something that we could use, you know, as an alternative source of power than what those cabal people want us to use. So that's pretty cool. So now the last one is um, where is the Ark of Covenant? Because it looks like there's two remaining in the world right now. That's being held on very tightly by a certain group of people, possibly the bad guy, and maybe eventually the good guy, not for long, and the good guy is going to get a hold of it eventually. And so the question is, where is it right now? Because I think there were rumors maybe it was in Ethiopia, maybe it was, or Israel. Now, why Ethiopia, you might say, is because Ethiopia is the one colony that's never been colonized. And it looks like at one point it was in Israel, and that it was moved to Ethiopia for safekeeping. So those are the two possible locations. Now, it might be somewhere else in the world, or maybe one covenant is in Ethiopia and the other one in Europe. I mean, there's different way of hypotheses, right? Theories. So let's try to see if you can get an idea of where the Ark of Covenant is located. If the cards wants to share, obviously. Just asking questions. See what the universe wants to share. So where is the Ark of Covenant right now? Oops, sorry. Need to knock out the, trying to smooth the. Where is the Ark of Covenant right now? Okay. Two of Cups, Six of Staff, situation, Ten of Cups, recent past, King of Cups, present, and the Hermit, potential outcome, the Sun, clarification, Five of Coins, clarification. So that is interesting that we only have two major arcana here, the Sun and the Hermit, and everything else is minor arcanas. And we asked, where is it right now? So it looks like there's an agreement of sort, a collab, an agreement to where is Six of Staff? So Six of Staff. Six of Staff is a movement card. And it can be a card of victoriously. Maybe it was, there's an agreement and it was unanimously decided to be moved. And this was done without any animosity because the staff is a victory card. So it was victoriously taken of sort. Okay. And Ten of Cups in the past. So I guess a particular group were pretending to have it, or pretending to have a hold of it, and using it as a threat, maybe to get other people in line. Ten of Cups. I don't know. I'm not getting any country in particular in mind, but it is saying that a particular group had pretended to have it because the Ten of Cups is a facade. You know, gives you the illusion that everything is okay, that there's contentment, that there's happiness, but it's not really looking happy, and it's not real. So a particular group claimed to have had it. King of Cups, sorry, that was in a recent past. So present, King of Cups. King of Cups. So it's usually a person or a group of people who are very manipulative, very good at manipulating one's emotion. And usually when I get those type of cards, it tends to be the cabal, the bad guys. So it looks like presently maybe they have a hold of it. Maybe they decided to, but where is it right now? So whichever faction it is decided to move it. For a very long time, they were pretended to have it. King of Cups. King of Cups. Maybe a person or group of person here is using their power and influence to elude that they have it, but that Hermit card is telling me that they don't, because Hermit, major arcana, is a card of leaving behind what you know and seeking answers. So maybe they don't have it, they're looking for it. They're looking for it because a hermit is basically a person that left their family behind, left what they know, the comfort, right? Stability. And they went on a journey to find answers, to seek out answers. With the only thing that they have at their disposal is their motivation, their passion. They know something is missing. They don't know what it is, but they're passionate enough. They have faith enough to find it. This is the Hermit for me. So they don't have it, the bad guys, but they're looking for it. So interesting. So the truth is gonna come out that they don't have it, and because of that, that's gonna create a lot of disappointment and misery for them, because they like the illusion of power. They like to, people to fear them. So that's pretty interesting. So where is it right now? Maybe none of the location that I told you. Maybe not in Israel-ish, that area. Yeah. I'm going to take 2 cards just to see. So it's been moved. So I took my 2 cards. 8 of Staff. So 8 of Staff is a traveling card. So it's movement. So it has been moved. And 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords. There's more to the story. 8 of Swords. Truth, words, information. But being stuck. There's more to the story, but I think maybe the card doesn't want to share anymore. 8 of Swords. There's more to the story that's yet to be revealed. That's interesting. Oh, wow. That was a pretty cool and interesting read. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because, I have. And sometimes you just want to get away from politics and just explore what else is out there. That's the beauty of you reading cards. Sometimes it gives you insight of topics, in different topics that's just unusual, and that's interesting. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. If you have enjoyed this, please feel free to share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.